My cup in the hole. At least you're okay, bro. Yeah, all right. Falling out of it. Glad you're okay, bro.
Types of stretching maneuvers and one-legged balancing is not a good idea. So what we're going to do, right, we're going to stay with this story throughout the evening, or as long as it takes before the suspect's in custody. We will keep you updated on our newscast at 7 p.m. on KDOC Channel 56, and of course on our 11 p.m. newscast on ABC 7. This is JT Alpine live from Air 7 HD, and we're going to sign off. I was like, oh no, we shared another doubler screw. And so I was hesitant to ask you to go tighter. Okay, very good. Are we going to get relief down here, Jay, or are you holding over mid or no? Let's say we got 50 minutes, yeah, in the air before we'd have to go to Long Beach. Okay. Well, that's 20 minutes from now. Yeah, I think that would probably be all right. Oh, wow, look at that. He's got his feet over. Tuck in a little tighter, though. That's a good shot. Hold right here. That's a good angle. Well, that's one for the books, huh, Jay? Jeez. How did he... I'm trying to look out the window to see where he came in. I don't know that there are, like, secure gates in here. I really don't. I think this is just an open area. I don't... That was a good job. Was that the police department? Or the fire? Oh, it's fire, okay. Tighten that up, tighten that up. Yeah, tighten that up. Good. Yeah. Those guys up here doing Tai Chi and all sorts of... Yeah, that's fun. Right. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't see... I'm looking at the road into this place, and I don't think it's secure. I don't see any, like... I see a bunch of trucks lined up to get out of here, that's for sure. Well, no, it's not. Where'd he go? Behind that thing? That's creepy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, what is he doing? Get there, get there. Wow. A little steeper. Okay, hold right there. I'm gonna just fall asleep up there. Oh. Can't believe it. Jay, it's a confirmed stolen out of San Bernardino. That was per LAPD telling another LAPD, or sheriff's telling another LAPD ship over the comms. I mean, it's confirmed stolen, not, we can't confirm that, but they're telling each other it's a confirmed stolen. Oh, where'd the car wind up? Oh, I see it. I just run into that. Yeah, I got it, yeah. I figured just stay with him, and that'd be cool. The car went into the water. I thought for a second he was just going, whoa! Nope, look at those shoes. That can't be good up there. Okay. Let's try to find these guys. Try 105. On one. No, this guy, you know what they do? These guys do, they strip all their clothes off. When they get like this. Oh, okay. 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 That's what's going to happen now. She's going to take all his clothes off. You'll watch. That's what they do. He's going to pick in his feet.
Metro 22 NIP, last of Farrington, first of Phillip, numbers out of San Pedro Brick.
Can you just confirm the spelling and the last name?
10-4, it's going to be Frank Adam, Robert, Ida, Nora, George, Tom, Logan, and Nora.
That'd be a good idea. I don't know how you can get on top of those.
It's going to be male black, and brown, 62180, DOB of 358282.
On the top of the ship.
Go ahead.
Now check that out. Check the bridge of the ship. See if there's any officers up there. Maybe they... No.
Therefore,
north of.
he's unresponsive. They're going to start working on him.
Look up there. You see anybody?
We'll update fire.
No? Okay. That's fine.
Window 1 state local in CIC contact with the CDL suspended revoked, and do you need that number?
We should go back.
10-4, please.
An elderly female lives at the location further on your screen.
Yeah, about 40,
Go ahead.
40 minutes, right? Ish.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
California, all the way to 65th for right now.
A San Bernardino dealership is what people are saying.
I copy.
Please cross the fourth plate on the call.
Go ahead.
7 Lincoln Adam George 689.
Adam 97.
7-4.
Out of Lakewood.
The pants are coming. No, it looks like Steph Curry. Oh. Oh, jeez. What is this guy doing? He's giving me the creeps just by getting that feeling. Oh.
Sorry.
You know what we could do? You want to do a mode 6 shot?
295 is going to be 18558.
Straight down? Or we might get kicked out. Well, we're almost there now.
And Fox 29 is active. And 219 also had a DO to the call.
Check.
Go ahead with the DO. DO is going to be Nora 9118014. That's going to be the package.
Code 12500 A640B, PC 1320, last booking in 2009.
Yeah.
Copy, last name Johnson, and the first name, how are we calling it? San Bernardino, Bridge.
Oh, watch your drift.
Call 21, copy of 459, audible at West Barbers, 153057 across the Union, covers the entry motion.
Oof.
13. Hey, Robert 31, I copy your code 4.
It looks up at his mother. Shut up.
His DL is going to be expired out of San Bernardino.
Looks like he's praying.
65 year subject comes back on probation for weapons and comes back
Yeah,
with
exactly.
and married for
Watch your drift. Hold what you got.
For 8537 PC.
It's a crane. That's a crane. A catwalk on a crane.
65, go ahead.
Watch your drift.
This call comes from outside of Lofty. 10-4.
St. John's 4, I'll be following, it looks like Rescue 12 to Memorial.
Just drift slowly. Just think about it. If you do that much, it's too much.
I copy.
Adam Paul, King 2, can you put me on training, NSO parking lot, and King 3, if it's light up there, I'm ready back here.
Exactly.
King 3 en route.
Adam Paul, King 2.
CP.
Catwalk. Catwalk.
10-4.
Star 60 FD 459 1808 Appleton, number 2. No one, the end, welcome.
Charles 13, looking at the CP
Let me get it on the sky map right here, just to verify it. The 700... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I just said it on the air. I didn't write it down.
412 Charles, code 4, unfounded.
But this is 700 block
Charlie 5, I'll change things. First music coming from the church at 1403 Cherry.
Very Paul, want to see us.
Go ahead.
6467, and it looks like George Lincoln.
Gotta find this tag. Why don't you scan bank 1 for me?
My Paul 1, no water warrant. Current registration on a 1980 Bangor Pun.
So keep scanning, keep on.
Registered to Pacific Coast Sailing Foundation, 5489.
10-4.
Charlie 18.
18.
Charlie 18, 415 music from in front at 8061 Ring Street. Big Deuce CP.
What's yours?
Charlie 13, the CP stepping out. You said the house is on the southwest corner.
We get the market there, Mel White says they're bothering customers.
He's kind of in between. Yeah, we're going to slide around, see if we can't get a better visual of this guy.
DY2, can I log?
Kind of in between,
Tupper, I'll log you on 8.
whatever that is.
10-4, 10-8. Mid Adam Paul 9, out at the NSO for the last 4. 10-4. Mike 31.
Go ahead.
31. Will you show myself in 32 on a 924 at Coolidge Park community meeting?
Go ahead.
4. Just FYI, I have an unwelcome call there holding for a transient male black that has shopping carts full of things in front of
Let me zoom out and show you. I haven't not seen that up to this point, but we'll look. Well, unfortunately, we're going to...
That part.
Over Charles 39.
Yeah, copy. Give me 1 minute here to look.
Go ahead.
Over Charles 39. Was that last at Coolidge Park?
Just scanning the staircases here to see if there's any sign of
I'm in front.
the authorities coming to engage this guy.
Can you show me on a 924?
And if they will, then we'll stay on the scene, but it doesn't appear so, so we're probably going to take this opportunity to go get some fuel and then come back.
Sam 21, do we have one more unit that can come up here and assist with knock and talks, please?
The Vincent Thomas Bridge. Hold on 1 second.
Sir, one more unit.
Yeah, 35, TV5, go ahead. 35, TV5, go ahead.
Sam 21, just for the call right now, we don't have any description.
You know, I don't know how far they're going to let you into the yard. It's at the very end of the dock. I'm looking down for you. Are you on C Street right now? All right, yeah, you're behind me there. I'm looking for you. I think I don't know if it's Ocean Drive or what it is that goes down into the cruise terminal. Yeah, I'm looking for you down there on the major. I'm not seeing you. Anyway, if you come down, you see the large dirt hill here with the American flag on it. Do you see that? All right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Right now, for the folks on the web, I'm trying to direct one of our ground units into the area. So you're listening to the raw feed here from Sky 5 as we deal with different things that... Yeah, C Street is when he came off the freeway. I'm looking back there. Yeah, if you come around C Street, you'll see the entrance of the yard here just to the north when you go under the Vincent Thomas Bridge. All right. Did you just make a left-hand turn?
Unfortunately.
No.
Unit 168, Charles.
All right, yeah. All right, I thought I had you there for a second. Yeah, just C Street, and come down here and you'll see the entrance. Now I don't know if they're going to let you in or not.
Check below CP's 10-year-old son, Jonah Wilson. He just texted her, said the dad was yelling at him and hit him for no reason.
I'll keep an eye out for you. And but they just came off lunch break here, and so activity has kicked up pretty heavy down here. And as you can see, the subject's still standing on the crane. We got a phone call from one of the longshoremen down here, is telling us that this crane that he crawled up on is the tallest one in the port. And I can tell you that, comparing it to the Vincent Thomas Bridge, it's either equal to or higher than the Vincent Thomas Bridge. And should he decide, you know, I'm looking for a number on it, standby. We'll check here. If from the north, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth crane from the north. It says crane 85 if you can see it, crane 85. Okay, I'll be listening for you. Whew, man, I'm hot. All right, back with you folks on KTLA.com and streaming here. You see him here. He's standing on the gantry arm that sticks out over the water. He's taking off his shoes and his shirt, and he was doing handstands at one point. So the LAPD is not sure exactly what they're dealing with here. A situation like this is very difficult for them. There's only one way up that I know of. That is the way the suspect went up those set of stairs there. and climbed all the way up to the top, went up all the way up those stairs to the top. Then there's the equipment room, that big white building right there. He, on the opposite side, there's a door with a window. He smashed that window out, crawled inside, was in there for about a minute, came back out, and then went all the way out to the end of this crane here, to the very end, stood out there for a bit, and then came back down to where he's at now, on one of the support columns on that arm. So right now, LAPD they're basically getting ready down below, formulating a plan to get them up here, and negotiators are going to be the key here, because it's going to be impossible for the officers to go out there and even touch or go on hands-on with him, because there's no safety for that officer nor for the suspect. And you can see the multiple gantries that are, or ladders that are there along the gantry, so he could start squirreling around on those, going all over. But right now, he looks like he's content to stand right there between those two pillars on the loading crane. As I say, we're here in San Pedro, right next to the Vincent Thomas Bridge on the LA side, just off the end of the 110 freeway at C Street is where he exited. For you folks just joining us, this all started this afternoon. This car was stolen from a lot in San Bernardino. It has a GPS signal on it, or system on it, and LAPD picked up on it, had a short pursuit. They picked up on it twice, actually, both times letting it go to do the reckless driving. And then Torrance P chased it for a bit. And then finally, later on, the Hawthorne Police Department's Air 55 picked it up and followed it until the sheriff's air unit got overhead and was able to surveil it from the air. We came down through Long Beach, back through Wilmington, ended up here in San Pedro, where he got off the 110 freeway at C Street, ended up on this loading dock here, and raced around that loading dock for quite a while. And luckily, from information we're getting for a couple of longshoremen down there, it was during their lunch hour, so there was very little activity on the dock, luckily for them. So he was just ripping back and forth underneath these cranes, screeching around, kind of drifting that car, and then finally giving up and bailing out of that car and then scrambling up onto this crane. So it's been a very unusual pursuit, very unusual situation right now, and we just have to watch and see what LAPD does with this, working in concert with LA Port Police, LA City Fire, and the U.S. Coast Guard, who is also on scene here with their boats in the water. So right now we're at just a wait and see over San Pedro Harbor. That gas, or is that you?
2 Charlie 12 en route, possible 925D subjects. They parked the car at 410 Monrovia. It's a blue older model Volvo, and then walk into the park area around Colorado Lagoon.
Go ahead, 35. Oh yeah, you're way off to the okay, east. Okay, are you okay, I see you. Yeah, you're across the water from it. All right, if you count from your right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's right between those two ships that are across from you.
Charlie 69 showing route 221 Grand, number 5. 925 subject is possibly
yeah, so
a former
on
resident,
that one, it's basically if you look at that one, he's on the from where you're looking, he'll be on the right gantry, the right post that comes out. So you're right, about a third of the way out. There's two large pillars that poke up, and he's right between those pillars. Yeah, I don't know if you have an angle from where you're at, but I'm sure you might be able to see it.
2 Young X-Ray King 871.
Unit Van 3, the ID is going to be
Yes.
10567 and 8029. Handhelds 0949 and 0297. Van number 122003. We're calling from a fixed radio. Can you show us transporting 7 males and 2 females, from 400 West to CRDF, starting mileage 0.0.
Ready to prospect the city.
No. I'm listening now.
And 24, can you show me on a DCC of the Pickled corridor?
Charlie 72, 10-4, copy a call.
Charles 72, 10-4.
So 415 dispute at 3416 ransom related to the earlier call you had at the East Station.
Who's saying that? No problem, man. What do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you look at the 2 ships that are there, he's on the one that's right between them. It has clear water underneath him. Or is he over the stern?
Right.
Contact the CP at 5814 Mezzanine Way regarding a chronic problem with a reckless vehicle in the neighborhood. Further on your screen.
Okay, a bit of better look here. If you look at the stern of the north ship, the stern of the northmost ship, he's right over the stern of that one. Let me look around, see if we find any. I don't really see any in the lot. I doubt if they're going to let him down here. But let me look around. If I do spot one, I'll let you know. Yeah, unscheduled breaking news. And if you're still watching here on the live streaming web, it's been a long day watching this guy up here on the gantry. We're learning this is the tallest gantry in the harbor, 160 feet. That's how high above the water he is. So that's a long way to go to hit water. And at that height, the water is just going to be like concrete. So we're keeping an eye here on him. LAPD is still formulating plans. We're listening to them talk among themselves here with the helicopter and the officers on the ground. Right now, they're trying with the helicopter's PA system to talk to him to see if they get any reaction out of him. But earlier, the sheriff's department had attempted that and didn't really get much of any response from here. But you see, he's taken off his Lakers jersey, his shoes, and just standing right between those two pillars on that gantry. And we're here in the LAPD area. They're going to drop down and have try again to talk to him, and they just called him James. So not just what they said, talking with their command post down here. Stand by, Nydia. Hey, oops. And 35, where he's at, if you look at the ship that's furthest north, in fact, there's a Port Police gray inflatable right there in the water. You see that? He is pretty much off the end of the one next to him. It's fifth crane from the Vincent Thomas Bridge. And he's on, if you're facing it, the right gantry.
DUI-1 traffic.
DUI-1.
On PCH and Havana, 6 George, King Adam,
Okay.
089.
Okay, if you look across at all the cranes, one of the crane in the middle there has its gantry pointing up. Do you see that one?
Water warrant, crane, 2000 Chevy, Martha Richmond in Ontario.
Okay, it's the one to the right of that one in your perspective, to the right. Okay. Sorry, Nitty, I was talking to 35. Go ahead. Not really. Go ahead.
Ball 6, DCC lot B boy.
You call me?
And plus 674.
What? I heard Nickerson Gardens. I've got a ton of things going on in my ears up here. What's going on? Okay, you want us to leave for there? I would say about 7 minutes or so. It's right next to the 105. Okay. Slater. And 5's out of here north on the 110. See ya. And Torrance Tower, TV5, we're all finished here. Pick up north 110.
Mary 10, can I?
I'm on 10 Copenhagen, go to 4 and west for fuel.
So far.
cold, is what it is. Gotta be cold. What's the outside air temp? Fahrenheit? What is that Fahrenheit?
Fox 2, we're at 3490 on
That's
control.
correct. Well, you figure out the math. And Tracy up on 1 for JT. Okay, I know you're not here yet, but just visualize this for a second. It is the sixth crane just north of the Vincent Thomas Bridge. And the crane's booms project out to the east. He's on the northernmost boom at the top of that sixth crane.
Try 3. Silver Honda Civic in the motorcycle parking zone.
Nope. Yeah, I got you. If you see the Vincent Thomas Bridge, you'll see 2 police boats in the harbor. It's directly west of those 2. You'll see 2 cargo ships. It's towards the rear.
Do a number
furthest
of
most
things.
north cargo ship.
We've seen him singing or being very vocal. We've seen him kissing that post there, doing exercise moves, doing what I can best describe as yoga moves. So he's very finicky. It's unclear if he suffers from any other type of issue that just has him constantly on the go like that. But I mean, he really picked probably the worst location to be at on this crane. He's between those 2 posts. That section that he's standing out is maybe a foot wide. When he's on the other sections, he's maybe got about 2 feet to work with. But in that particular section, it's very narrow. He's holding on to both of those posts just to maintain his balance. And I'm really worried what he might do, because we have seen him do all these physical moves. It's unclear if he might try to use those 2 posts to continue his exercise resume, for lack of a better description. And that could really put him in a dangerous situation. Ideally, I'd like to see him walk back to one of these sections, like this one right there, where we've got that railing, because then at least we know that people are intended to be there. We've got that railing surrounding on every side, and just as I say that, he decides to take a seat. So we would definitely like to see him at least sitting down and not standing up the way he just was in between those 2 pillars.
Describing female black, brown and brown, 5'9", 190, GOB is 62090.
Yeah, he's got his footprints there because people usually don't walk there, right? So that particular section may be a little dustier, a little more sandy. So when we definitely notice, and when there's this fresh set of tracks, that's where he took his shoes off earlier as well. You can see them there. They're those right there in the center of the shot there. You can see those are the shoes that he took off earlier. He took his Kobe jersey off earlier as well, but he had to wrap that around his stomach. I'm not seeing it at this point, but he may want to put that on soon. As night falls, it is going to start to get a lot cooler, and because we are so close to the coast, and we're expecting temperatures to drop as the night approaches, it will start to get a lot colder for this guy, and he's probably starting to get hungry. He's probably starting to get thirsty. His best options of getting any type of food or drink is going to be if he decides to come down and gives up to authorities.
Do I want to go ahead?
One from Emory, she gave me Edward 3743158.
Okay, 10-4.
That does come back to Lauren, Loren, Richmond, DOB 11291. It is suspended with service needed.
All right, can you spell the first name again, please?
Lincoln Ocean, Robert, Edward, Nora.
PDH a clip for a 929A at Atlantic and Carson.
Charlie 23, if they're good at 245, I'll go head out that way.
23 Temporary authorized to come very close to units, 929A. Atlantic and Carson, Carson and Atlantic on the southwest corner. Safety's talking to a subject who is yelling that he was suicidal and has PTSD. He's saying he just got discharged from the military. He's calm with RCP. Okay.
14, go ahead.
Charlie 14 at 415, welcome inside Vons at 1820 Examino.
Oh,
Subject's
yeah.
a male white, 30 or 40 with a beard and a buzz
Right on the
haircut.
edge. And although we see all those wires,
Don't
I
have a
can't
clothing
guarantee
description.
that those wires would stop his fall or that they're even
CP says the
adjacent to
subject's
him.
been
They may belong
violent
to
and
the
threatening
section
in the
below.
past.
It's difficult to tell exactly where things are placed on this screen because of our perspective from News Chopper 4. It can be a little distorted, for lack of a better word, what's exactly next to what.
Charlie 72 to CP
but yeah,
on your
when he
call,
was
call back.
up against that edge there, that was
Said,
probably one of the most
she hit him in
dangerous
the
moves
face
we
again
have seen
and
him
left
do.
southbound
It does
Oklahoma.
look like he's
Wearing
getting
a flowered
tired.
shirt, black pants, and brown
He keeps
suit.
acting erratically with his arms, pointing up at the sky, not really pointing at anything. I mean, he's not pointing in our direction, so I can tell you he's not pointing at us. The police helicopter is here, so that is an option that he may be looking at. And the police helicopter is also able to communicate with him, so they may be talking to him through the loudspeaker, asking him to come down. But all we can do for now is just watch and just hold our breaths and hope that this ends in the best way possible. And yeah, he keeps pointing up towards the sky. He's not pointing directly at us. He's kind of aiming his attention towards this direction. And as I move the shot, you can see that there isn't a helicopter directly above him. Earlier, I did see the police helicopter was a lot closer to him, but currently not really anywhere near him. So it's unclear exactly what he's pointing up at. Again, we don't know where this guy's mindset is. We don't know if he suffers from any type of medical condition. So it's unclear if that has any role in any of this. So all we can do is just watch and try to interpret what he's doing. It does look like perhaps he's getting a little cold wrapping his arms around himself. He does have that jersey, but other than that, he's really got nothing else to keep him warm. He took his shoes off, so that's going to decrease his body temperature as well. And I mean, he continues to make all of these moves, dancing and doing these exercise poses. So it's unclear what he's thinking. It's unclear what he's doing. But all we can hope for is that this ends peacefully and safely. Okay.
53, RCP's with CSI Patrol, and he has his flashers on.
Yeah, definitely. We've got LA City Fire here, we've got the LAPD here, we've got the Harbor Patrol as well, so definitely, and there's the police helicopter there coming through the shot right now, so a lot of resources, as you said, Chuck, are being tied up on this. And there goes the jersey. Wow.
Paul King 3, 924 traffic.
Yeah, I mean, that jersey really symbolized what could happen to this guy.
Called a family
and
member
it just,
30
I mean,
ago.
it just hurts to
Said
think
he
that
wanted
that
the
could possibly
929A.
happen. But it's what he's setting
The
himself
CP
up
doesn't think
for
there are
if
any
he doesn't
weapons in
give
the
up.
residence, and there's no past attempts. Subjects Noah Andrade, a male white, 27 years old, diagnosed bipolar. He's a crystal meth addict. They didn't think he'd been using today. Charlie 12 assisting. And it doesn't look like either of the Met units are available.
Yeah, it looks
Met
like
3
they
on
have
the
set
air.
up some yellow caution tape around the base of the crane. Of course, there would be no one approaching this crane other than the law enforcement personnel.
Charlie 7, now we have that male on the phone, unanswered questions. He's saying, I'm trying to get control of the knives. And tells the operator to hold on to disconnects.
Did you make contact with the CP on ransom after they reported the 242?
But they're on.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna regret dumping that shirt because now he's got nothing to keep his upper body warm. It will start to get a lot colder. He's taken off his shoes as well, so that's going to decrease his body temperature as well. So he's going to start to perhaps put those shoes back on and start to try to keep warm because it will start to get a lot colder up there. But you see him, he's so close to the edge. It really is so nerve-wracking. Alex, what's our fuel situation?
Try to call back to Melvin, no response.
About 30 minutes. Okay, we have 30 minutes left on fuel, guys, and once we have to pull off, we...
Complex. Do we have an apartment number at all?
Yeah.
Negative, we'll off that too.
I think I've been this place before. It might be like 5 or 7.
Jeff, I'm looking for prior calls, and it looks like he called us himself on August 3rd, and it was apartment 3.
Could 3 units closer. The parking lot at 200 Aquarium Way. Chakra 273A, 42. He says there's a stepfather that was drinking and fishing into a 4 to 5-year-old male.
This is so nerve-wracking. Just watching him on the ledge here. No guardrail to speak of, and he's really putting himself at a disadvantage by raising his arms like that. And this makes me really nervous. I'm going to have to just pull the shot out just a touch, just because we don't know what this guy is going to do. We can watch the officers there on the ground who are also, just like us, just watching this guy, not sure what he's going to do. Again, we don't know what this guy's history is, what his mental health history is as well. So he's really quite unpredictable to us. Hopefully the law enforcement personnel down below have more information on him and his state of mind than we do, and are getting everything in order to help and convince this guy to come down safely. But for now, all we can continue to do is just watch him as he sits there on the edge, 1 foot over, holding his head, unclear what he's thinking, unclear what he's going to do next, but all we can do is just hold our breath and pray that nothing bad happens in this situation.
Last seen southbound on Cherry. Suspect is going to be on foot. Call number 1583. Repeat channel 2. Gamma 651 1933.
Suspect Sergeant Johnson on the child's head. Could be a female long here.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to put him into a corner where he feels like his only way out is to go down, because we saw what happens when something goes down. We saw that Kobe Bryant jersey fall from the same altitude that this suspect is at now, and we saw how high of a fall that is and how detrimental that could be for any being. So we know what can happen We don't want it to happen. The police department below does not want it to happen either, so they do not want to pressure him. That's why we haven't seen anyone walk right up to him. We haven't seen any negotiators walk right up to him either. So for now, all they can do is just watch him and get everything into place to get somebody up there that can talk to this guy, make him feel at ease, let him know that there's another way out other than going down, basically, that he can come down safely, of course, come down safely, give himself up to authorities, and everything else will get taken care of from that point on. But all we really hope for in this situation is that this ends peacefully. Yeah, he's been constantly on the move since he's been up here. I mean, we have seen him laying down at times, but then there's a lot of other times when he's dancing around, doing some very impressive exercise moves. You know, standing on the very edge on one foot, doing a flamingo. There really is like what he's doing right now, just doing these exercise moves, and it's unclear why. I mean, at first we thought maybe he was just bored and had nothing else to do, but now it's been such a long time, he's got to be getting tired. So it's unclear if perhaps there is a mental health issue associated with this individual, and that's why we have seen him do so many erratic moves while he has been up there on the crane, and then all the moves we saw during the course of the pursuit as well.
10-4.
4 Charlie 4. Charlie 10-4, yes, raise code 3 for the...
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. He knows the helicopters are up there. He can see them. They're very loud, of course, especially the police helicopter that is very close to him. We up here in News Chopper 4 are trying to keep our distance so that we don't become a factor in this story. We don't want him to even know that we're here. But of course, the LAPD helicopter is directly above him, a lot lower, so he can definitely see that airship. And of course, he can see everyone down below. Of course, he doesn't hear what they're trying to tell him, and they can't hear him either, but the police helicopter does have a loudspeaker, and they are able to communicate with him through that.
He wanted to kill himself, no means mentioned. And it looks like CP offered to get him help, and he agreed to drive out to meet her in Vegas so they can fly to Iowa together. And at 1600 hours, he sent her a text that he was putting gas in his car to get on the road. And apparently the CP has been calling him since then and getting no response.
We have Ocean Blue respond out here. I guess we already got it.
Okay, fine. Unit to back 312 Charlie and route to that 242 the Boulevard and 55th.
5-4, I'll go at that.
54, 10-4.
10-4.
Mary Paul 37. I saw a vehicle that had a little kid in the back with a male subject that matched the description, but he had blue shorts on with a black tank top, and they're just now leaving the parking lot. And the plate for that vehicle is 4 King Adams 321.
Report King Adams 321.
Boy, they're heading toward the parking structure right now.
Mary 3, I'll go. We'll stop that car and see if we find where the CP's at so somebody can contact.
They're now going around the roundaway.
Hey, Mr. from KBC1. That's Vicky talking, so if you need me to drop, just let me know.
Charlie 4, looks like the operator tried calling the subject directly. Sounded like he answered the phone, but wasn't saying anything.
1053, I'm looking at fires on transport. Engine 11 there, I think you rescue 11, I believe. Can I assist that unit on 242?
Numbers on Peterson City.
2 Charlie 11.
Charles 11, the loss is going to be an ATM card. The suspect's a male, Hispanic, 18 to 20 years old, about 5 foot, 180 to 200 pounds with short black hair. He's wearing a plain blue t-shirt and blue jeans. His last seen at 1920 hours, running southbound on Cherry from this location.
How far? Is it 484?
Hey, you're at Shoreline and Aquarium Way. Copy that.
How far?
Charlie 63, can I give you a plate?
Affirmative, go ahead.
Charlie 634, King, Young, 619.
How far? And 63, your plate returns for no one warranted. It's going to be current on a 2000 BMW left of Gonzalo for Mark Antonio or Sanchez Jose at 2515 Pasadena, the city. Charlie 23, I copy en route to the 925-925A, 6795 Beachley. It's going to be parked across from facing westbound, number spanning 30s. Black shirt sitting in a dark green 90s model Honda Civic with no plates.
Dispute, 640 Elm, 640 Elm, number 21.
Center 51 report.
Low for the deceased, he never actually saw a gun, but thinks he saw something black in their waistbands when they were reaching behind their backs, threatening him to get out.
Different traffic set for Adam on the Jupiter ransom.
640 Elm, number 21. Charlie.
Charles 72, have a unit with camera assisted.
Camera, this is the camera on Winston, 3416.
You did at the Aquarium. The CP is going to wait where it occurred at the parking lot for contact.
Yes, this is for the camera. It's going at 3416 Winston.
Charlie 18, I can be en route. It's going to be a ways away.
10-5.
312 Charles in the area.
312 Charlie 10-4.
Okay, thank you. Alright.
81 Charlie Molly. I have a correction on this incident.
Go ahead.
12, it was my mistake. I misunderstood the victim. There was a 417 Adam that suspect threatened our victim with, so it is going to be a armed 211. Suspect is going to be male Hispanic, short, approximately 16 to 17. Short hair, not shaved, all the way bald. Unknown clothing, but our victim can ID.
10-4, landing in Long Beach.
direction he was going. We kept asking him questions. He said, I don't know, and then hung up.
Van 3.
The fuck?
Van 3, can you show us transported for the females?
Well, yeah, he said we can go home if you want and fuel up there, but just be ready to be back by the time Gil runs out of fuel, which would be 2 hours.
10-4.
597.
Want to go home? Because we both brought food, right? Right? Oh, let's just go home then, yeah? Task from KMBC 1. We'll go to Whiteman then and get fuel there, eat our dinner, and then we'll be ready if you want us to come replace Gil.
And try to get him into custody, as this appears to be one of the most difficult spots to negotiate with someone like this and get them down. It's likely something they're going to work towards, and certainly one tool that they can use is a police helicopter with a loudspeaker on it to try to talk to him that way at least. Maybe get him to move into a safer area, maybe one of those platforms there on the right-hand side, and maybe that's a way to give him some sort of communication device like a cell phone that they can talk to him directly.
Charlie 5, no one's flagged me down here.
510-4.
2 Charlie 13, can you clear your DCC for dispatch?
Sure, go ahead.
10-4, contact the CP at 680 terrain regarding a 925 subject who was on the walkway on the side of his house headed for his backyard when the CP saw him. Male white, 40 or 50.
Okay, I understand that, Chuck. We just arrived on scene, so from our perspective here, it looks like it's between ships, but yeah, that makes total sense, and certainly that's quite a distance there. So, you know, you can see him doing some acts there right on that edge of that beam. I'm going to push back in so you can see, use the doubler here to get a better look at him. And you can see how he's just right on the edge there. Very dangerous, very dangerous.
Tom 9. 9 Tom 9, are you available for dispatch?
Yes, no doubt, for sure. And I don't know if the police have had any direct communication with him at all. I don't know if they've worked their way up onto the platform or not, or if they're just waiting this out and to see if he'll come down. But certainly, it certainly makes us all nervous to see him standing there. He looks like he took his shoes and socks off and was doing some sort of stretching exercises. And certainly, you know, I wouldn't feel comfortable standing on that beam, but apparently he does. Oh, no. Well, unfortunately, I had to zoom out there real quick because he started to disrobe. So we're going to keep a wide shot here. Not sure what the plan is for this guy, what he's thinking, but certainly we're going to have to keep a wide shot now. Yeah, for sure. So, you know, that's not going to help him at all once the weather moves in. In fact, it's getting a little bit on the foggy side out here in the harbor as the sun sets. I don't know if the weather is going to change that much, or if we're going to have that onshore flow come into the area. But that certainly is going to make an impact on him as the night progresses.
you guys, CDL, when you're ready.
Well, it looks like, you know, they have security. There's a police unit there. I believe that might be Port Police or the Harbor Division. I'm not sure about that, but we're going to try to work around here to see. The vehicle itself should be back in this area right now, but we can't see it due to the crane. But again, it looks like it's pretty static down there. I know that it's likely, I haven't seen it myself, but I believe the fire department is down there as well. So. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much par for the course. We're gonna move around here and try to get better eyes on what's going down on the ground. But you know, certainly look at how difficult this is for the law enforcement to have to deal with. Not only all those stairs to go up and try to work with this guy, but also the danger involved in, you know, having this guy out so far out over that container ship certainly makes it a difficult situation. Now we're getting a better look here on the ground. You can see several units there, but it looks like a pretty static situation there on the ground. Yeah, I'm a little afraid to look, but we're going to just continue to keep a wide shot and monitor now. Here's another interesting item. I don't know if you've seen this before. The Harbor Patrol units out in the water. So they're watching this from all angles, and certainly they're going to keep an eye on this guy and try to work with him. I know I did see an airship here circling. I'll give you a shot of that as well. So it's likely that they're communicating either through the helicopter above or possibly from the ground with bullhorns. Yeah, so you know, at that height, you know, for someone to try to jump off, that I don't think is going to work out very well for anybody to jump, you know, into the water, let alone onto that container ship below. So hopefully that doesn't happen, and you know, they can bring this to a peaceful conclusion. But certainly, definite difficult situation for law enforcement to deal with this guy. Well, let me take a chance here and zoom back into the platform now that we moved a little bit. I believe it's this one here, and we'll gently go in tight to see what the activity there is. But currently, I don't see him. We're going to try to move around again to get a better perspective. So far, I don't see him. Well, we're going to try to move again and position ourselves back where we were to get a better look at the suspect. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think I have the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, okay, there he is. So, yeah, it looks like his clothes are completely off and he's still standing in the same general area. Yeah, for sure. So it looks like he's going to stay there. It looks like that's a comfort spot for him. There's some sort of a vertical beam there. I'm not sure what that is used for, but he seems to be making that his home for now. Yeah, and then, you know, this is where we last saw him. In fact, when we were over the chase, this is the staircase that he went up, and that's when we lost sight of him, and then Eliana picked him up. I believe Chuck pointed out that he was inside the crane portion of the apparatus, but then I guess made his way out onto the beam, which I was hoping he wouldn't do, but certainly he has. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody making their way up. I see some crime scene tape down on the ground there, but certainly nothing that indicates that there's officers up there. So maybe they're just waiting this out and seeing if he'll, you know, come to his senses and come down. That's for sure. You know, luckily this isn't winter time because I don't think he would last up there. But you know, certainly concerns for him moving himself all the way out to the end of that apparatus is a concern as well. You can see that red light at the end. He certainly could move out to that area, and it looks like there's some sort of platform or catwalk there that he could easily make his way out that way. So that may be even a worse scenario for officers if he was to do that, and certainly put him further out over the boat. Yeah, go ahead. Wow, that's very interesting how that developed, and certainly, you know, the way the pursuit evolved, you know, going from you know, units having him, then losing him, the airship tracking the car throughout the South Bay area into Torrance, and then the sheriffs picking up the pursuit, and then ending up in Long Beach PD taking the pursuit, and then ending up here in the harbor. Very interesting set of circumstances, and normally in situations like that, you know, it becomes difficult to track a car, but they were able to, and they stuck with it. You have to hand it to the officers that were involved in the airships that were able to keep an eye or track down that car, and ending up here in the harbor. Certainly wasn't what any of us thought it would end up being like, but now that he's here, you know, this in this pier area, this is off of John S. Gibson Boulevard near Channel Street, really close to the Vincent Thomas Bridge. So a difficult time for sure for the workers having to stay out of work because this guy's up on the cranes, and difficult times for the firefighters and officers down below. Yeah, certainly. I'm going to come out of here a little bit and show you the extent of the dock, and you can see it's pretty much pretty quiet down there. You know, watching this guy go back and forth on the dock earlier when he was driving certainly was a first-time event for us to see up here in News Chopper 4. That's the first time I've ever seen anybody end up on the docks like this. And you can see the command post over here by the just off to the west of the boats, and they're trying to figure out exactly how to deal with this suspect. Not at all. It appeared that when he turned into the dock itself, that he really he got lost. He really didn't know where he was, and you know, you can see how hectic it could be. There's so many little avenues that he could have turned down. This is kind of the path that he took to get on there, and certainly when he got in there, I'm sure he got turned around and mixed up and just stayed in that pattern until he decided to bail. No, not at all. It looked like he had open access to this dock itself. You can see that little road right there going off into another direction. So he certainly was able to, navigate his way onto the property, and then, that's likely how it happened. He just was not familiar with this at all, and I don't think any of us would have been either. But certainly he ends up here on top of this crane, which we all feared that might happen, and certainly did.
Now, all of the trucks and the containers that are not being allowed in and out of here, do you have any idea where they're going, what kind of stoppage we're talking about?
They're probably standing by, pretty much, because I know our vice president was out here, so, and our business agent, our agents that work at night, so right now everything's just probably on standby,
One of the longshoremen we spoke with, she told me that she felt there was not an evacuation plan. She was truly worried for her own safety should this guy try to take a hostage. How were you warned? What were you told to do when he made entry to the property?
Well, where we're at, if there's an emergency, our foreman, we have a place that we muster up to, and regardless of a hazmat or whatever. So we take direction, from our authorities. So pretty much it. So.
Again, concerns of yours, knowing this guy is out there and what this is creating tonight?
Oh, it's the havoc of shutting down the terminal. Mostly, it's life. You know what I mean? A life or death situation. Concern of his, safety, this and that. Who knows? Maybe it might be personal problems at home, this and that, and then end up at right here in this, type of scenario. You know what I mean?
So 150 folks, I'm told, not in that terminal tonight. Would you have been working there?
Yeah, probably. I usually work over here once in a while, but it depends, where we get dispatched to and this and that. But
have you ever seen the terminal shut down for something like this?
Well, it's sometimes because of a hazmat, things like that, where we do have to go to our designated area and stuff like that. But I mean, completely shut down because of a life-threatening situation, there's loss of life on terminals, and once in a while where we do have to shut down and stand by, you know what I mean? Because of our job being so dangerous, and people don't realize that. They always talk about longshoremen and this and that, but coming down there and seeing what's going on, regardless from the trucker's point of view, outbound, inbound, this and that.
Thank you, Louis, so much for speaking with us. I'm glad everybody's okay tonight.
Thank you.
So just to wrap up, we have talked to, as I said, a number of folks who work down in there. They were all being evacuated when we got here about an hour and a half ago. A lot of them concerned about what could have happened in this case, but realizing that the best scenario, of course, was to close the entire facility down so that law enforcement, fire department, everybody can do their own job and make sure that this ends hopefully safely. At this point, as far as we know, the gentleman's still up on that beam. We're not able to see him from this side, but we know that the Port Police are in there trying to get us more information and then hoping to update us in the near future. That's the scene right now on the ground. I'll throw it back to you.
All right, Vicki, thank you for that. And we can tell you that the man has since removed his pants, and that certainly limited our ability to cover this for you because he is now standing up there on that crane with no clothing on at all. This all began early this morning when the suspect stole a car out of a San Bernardino dealership, and that led to a high-speed pursuit that the police were over at one point, and the sheriff's department actually then pulled back of it. Was followed again by the time the vehicle reached to Long Beach, and that's when this driver started driving very erratically again at high rates of speed, wrong way on city streets, back on the 110 freeway, and then ultimately here at the Port of LA is where this ended. There you saw he just ran into some K-rails on this car. You can see a lot of damage to this vehicle during the time that this driver had it, but at the point that he reached the Port of LA, he really had nowhere to go, and he made the decision.
We're headed to Rittenhouse Square. We're about to cause some attention.
Yeah. Running nice and slow. Nice and slow. Nice and slow, everybody catch up. Everybody, hold up, 1 second. We're good. Back up. We want our freedom. Tell these racist ass cops. Freedom. Back up. We want our freedom. Tell these racist ass cops. We don't need them. Freedom. Tell these racist ass cops. We don't need them. Tell these loser ass cops. We don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need them. Freedom. Tell these racist ass cops. We don't need them. We don't need them. Back up. Freedom. Tell these racist ass cops. We don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need them. No good cop in a racist system. No good cop in a racist system. That's fucking stupid. No good cop in a racist system. 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 Okay. We are going to
Trump supporters, get out my live stream.
Absolutely not. Gin and tonic? You will ruin it. And all your independent. It's a restaurant. I think we're just drinking now. No, I'm just kidding. I think we're occupied. That's fucking Drag Rizzo. Drag Rizzo. My cup runneth over. That's kind of true. I don't like Steven Starr. Probably more than you guys don't like Steven Starr. It might be water. It might be water. Yeah. Good. We're going back for the sun. Trust me. I got you. We got company.
Hey!
Well, we just come by, sing a little song.
Fuck Steven Starr! 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 Fuck it! Don't say fuck it. Take the bus.
Steven Starr!
Information only. Our boarding team is on board the ship and is making their way towards the stern. Marine units, please be advised as well.
Copy. Looks like your SWAT element is getting up through it.
Go ahead.
Hey, can you get an LAFD to have RA units by the gangplank in case we need them on board?
Roger that, and just confirm your personnel have their IFACs on board. CP, can you facilitate with LAFD, please? CP, copy.
L20 to motor 20, looks like there's suspects back on the stand.
Yes, and per our air unit, he is stable at this time. However, that could change at any second.
And 20 for Air 3. We're going to come in and light him up from above. So the Marine units, sorry about this, by illuminating your eyes. I want to get an eye on this guy and see how stable he is.
Yeah, Roger. Whatever you need at this point, air unit. We've lost all ops down here.
Roger, yeah. It looks like he's on that girder and he's kind of tied up with the rigging. I don't know, if you see my light on the deck way below, if you look directly up in the center of that crane, I'll light up that area. I don't know if you can get a better vantage point. We do have a black and white extra CP. If you move a little bit to your north, you might be able to have eyes on his feet.
Roger, copy. I got a good odds on him. Just for your intel, I am standing beneath crane 8-4 by the trailers and the suspect vehicle. CP to motor 20 info only. I have a chief from LAFD en route to your location for that request. Your coordinate.
Inside edge of the I-beam with his feet across on the rigging, the cable rigging. I only have a view of him for a little while, but we'll do the best we can.
Roger, that's fine, sir. It's working so far. Thank you. CP to motor 20, if only,
Kobe barricade because he was wearing a Bryant, a Kobe jersey.
Units on board ship, come up on frequency for air.
Go ahead for contacting.
Roger, I got you on the deck there. It looks like he's lined up directly between midship on the stern, wherever my light's at. You see those yellow cleats? He's directly above. Wherever my light's at in that lower portion of the aft deck.
L20 copies, we're going to be moving your team to the fantail.
Yeah, copy the fantail. I just want you under cover, sir. I don't know the trajectory. If he does go, I don't want you to be underneath him, sir. If you can just make sure to maintain cover. It's hard to get a vantage point from my point.
Motor 20 to L20. I agree with the air unit. Please, wherever you go, get some cover. Because fire advises this is 330 feet, and at that drop, the impact area will be severe.
How am I here?
20 copy.
Well, if they can sneak up on it, maybe, yeah, but I don't know. People, if he's on PCP, they're, you know, I don't know if, how much.
Motor 20 CP, just be advised, our contact team is on board the ship. That's 2L20 and his team. Copy. Info only, LAPD SWAT's on scene.
Sign.
Roger that. We also have a Pathfinder for SWAT when they need it. Copy. Motor 20, Marine 20, that individual that was going to be our Pathfinder, can you make contact, have him unite with SWAT?
L20 to Motor 20. I have one officer stationed at the top of the gangplank to meet any of the units that are coming on board.
Roger, and rescue fire units are ready when you need them.
Because of the distance to the fantail, they might want to just come to the fantail ship right now.
Yeah, that's negative for that, Captain.
We are under attack. I am racist, bigot, and recognize your privilege. Recognize your privilege. Recognize your privilege. Always one. Your privilege is that you can ignore these issues, and you're safe. White solidarity is important. Denounce these white supremacists. For what? For what? What did we do to you? What did we do to you? Wait, let me eat it back. You sell out? No one will shit to you. Why are you still mad? Why are you still mad? Let's go. They're fine. They're going to continue fucking drinking. They good.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
They just let us do it!
Then shut the fuck up!
Stop with your faces! Just let us go there and say it! Let's go to the next one.
You don't even have no fucking Hennessy, bitch! Shut up!
Here's a bucket for your white tears and take this cone ass nigga with you. Fuck you too. Fuck you and your family. You know what? You a motherfucker that be on Grindr, you grinding motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my space. You's a fucking coon. You're in my fucking space now. We in the motherfucking streets and you in our goddamn space. Fuck. Get the fuck out of here. You's a motherfucking coon. You's a goddamn coon. Just like a fucking pig. You wanna be black, you get a job. Fuck you. You get a job. Fuck your wife right. That's my job. Get a job. I know you try to get the job. Oh. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Solo. And some men are in the bedroom. They're going to be lucky at this one man. That's what happens when you wasn't blessed. Don't worry, y'all empty. You good. Oh shit, oh shit. So are you good? I don't know about y'all though. You're a sellout down there. We don't care. Hello? Yeah, you said you ain't even got no Hennessy. Sorry, your person can't help you! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! a black brother who was murdered by a racist pig cop in the 15th century with a history of shooting black and brown people. Have a history of beating black and brown people, including our trans sisters. This police officer shot a black man in 2012 in the back. 2010, 2010, the brother survived but he was paralyzed. 2017, fast forward to today, this officer was free to kill. He shot David Jones in the back as he was fleeing from him. It's on video.
What's the cop's name?
The cop's name? What's that big
Ryan Powell.
Because I don't like to say his motherfucking name. Excuse my language, but this is serious. Because black and brown people are not safe under law enforcement occupation in the neighborhoods. We are not safe when we're driving. Our sisters are not safe. Our children are not safe. We need you to understand here in Rittenhouse Square that Black lives do matter. And that if we don't get no justice, there can never be any peace until we get justice for black, brown, and poor people when they are abused by police officers, when they are abused and murdered by law enforcement. We have a president who has sided with Nazis and white supremacists and KKK and tell the world that he's proud of it. We do not have a president who is for all people. This is very serious. If you are not white and you are not a part of the 1%, our trans, LGBTQ people, brothers and sisters, are in trouble. Poor people are in trouble. Law enforcement has a way of beating and killing black and brown people with no consequences. We do not care anymore about inconveniencing anyone. We want justice, and if we get no justice, there will be no peace. Thank you for listening.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
Denounce white supremacists.
It could help. They said it could help.
Your guest enjoyed it, so.
She said I did.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
You don't have to worry about it. Fuck your studio. Fuck your restaurant.
Oh, your white tears.
Anybody need water? Anybody need a sip of water? That's great. Yeah, you got it. Here.
Dude, I don't know why they're fucking there. Why aren't they making the other way? Why can you see her the goddamn boundary? They're super hard now. Something a little bit dry, it really brings out the...
He wasn't rude, he was just loud.
What are they talking about? I wonder if that's a funny conversation.
Well, we can just walk somewhere else, or we can disperse.
No. Let's disperse together and we'll walk together.
Alright, well, together is You're going to be following us, I know, in groups, but we could split up into smaller groups. Yeah. Half of us start east, half of us start north. I got to go north. I mean, Well, we can just keep thinking, and he can think for himself.
What the fuck?
I'm fucking my tires.
I just wanted to do that. My cigarette? Wasn't my sister? I did. Fucking thief. Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
That guy's a hate to be a bum.
Instead of like locker room talk.
We have many guests who come in and want to spend money, and then not want to, he spent and make a disruption at the bar. The disruption was here, not at the bar. The disruption was here. The bar was, no, this is where the disruption. What are you owners?
Yeah, well,
Listen, that's why we had to find people to sell the man that you heard. They don't see that. No, I'm not saying about the same, not the owner. You gotta disrupt. You gotta disrupt. Like you know what I'm talking about.
Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Call them again.
Call them. I'm motivated. I don't give a fuck. They can come in here. We got them.
They definitely be trying.
They don't bark at and what that
no, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave. Don't worry about it. We're gonna leave. I brought 2 drinks. No, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave. We don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble. Let's go. You have to understand that black people are under attack. When you call law enforcement, had you just came to say it, what you used to say, we would have respected that and we would have left. You don't have to call the cops on black people all the time because you feel uncomfortable. You put us in danger. If the cops come and it goes left and somebody's hurt, you got black employees here. They understand what we're talking about. You can't because you're white. So you know, you're white and you have a different experience with law enforcement than we do. You don't look like this. So lower your voice and check your fucking your light privilege since you're trying to say you're not white. I'm telling you, black people are under attack, especially with law enforcement. And instead of you talking to us, you call the cops. You call the cops. Okay? You call the fucking cops. And you put black people in jeopardy.
Black lives matter!
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 Chris, it's fucking joke. I'm not wasting my time on the drunk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, really? Shut up, dickhead.
If they did, you would.
Having over here.
So you guys got a job to jail. I know what your job is. This guy's got a job. I'm asking you, do you understand? But you also understand how law enforcement treats black and brown people, and yet you got on the phone and police are calling 911.
You don't truly know, because people have to fucking.
So it could go very left for us. You don't understand. You put us in.
Don't say you understand, though.
You didn't understand.
You shut up, motherfucker. You shut up.
No, I won't.
Make him shut up. Make him shut up. Make him shut up. Make him shut up, pussy. Make him shut up. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. I'm showing up with the white problem. Okay, back up, brother. Please back up. It's not your job to talk to black people. It's not your job to talk to us. Just go in the back and enjoy the fact that you have a voice now without getting fired. Now the point is, you understand that calling law enforcement and their bias towards black and brown people can put us in jeopardy. For future reference, that's all I'm saying to you, for future reference, if an action like this happens, pull someone to the side, Have a conversation with us that's civil, and then we can do what we need to do, make our statement, and leave without incident. Don't call the cops, because you hurt black and brown people, and you put all of us, including our women, in jeopardy. Do you understand? Okay, that's all I need to know. Let's go. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Nah, he don't get it. Cool. Yo, I can crazy. Straw Black Lives Matter. 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 I think we're going to end it. I think we're going to end it tonight because it's getting late and we want everybody to get home.
When we taking down the statue?
Well, we're going to have a meeting Wednesday. And like, I came out to take the statue.
When we get
details about this meeting, whatever. No, we're going to have a meeting Wednesday. And we're asking all the allies who are interested in taking the statue down. We're going to sit and we're not going to leave until we come to some sort of understanding. Wednesday. It will be Wednesday and everyone will know.
Get ready to stay? Get ready to stay?
Yeah, are we taking down the statue or are we asking them?
No, the meeting is about taking the statue down. I'm going to the meeting Wednesday to see what we can do to take the statue. I'm not there to talk about policy. I came out tonight because y'all said after whatever was going to take the fucking statue down, no one made the move. So we're going to have the meeting again, and whoever wants to seriously take the statue down, we'll come out with a resolution to do that. It will be. We came out because they said we're taking the fucking statue out. So we didn't do it. So we didn't. Alright, I guess let's get back to the point right here. Maybe we can take it down, maybe not.
Give it like 2 days and after
And that's 1X 7x5. 7x5.
Sorry,
yeah, you can open up. When you're over here at the church level. Receive.
Yeah. How was that salad?
Do they sub? That's why they was free.
Good night. Good night. Good work tonight. It was very tempting, wasn't it?
Pretty thirsty. I'm not going to tell black people to settle down. We're not Panthers.
And I say, don't do that. You're going to keep your job. This is the point.
You gotta come down.
Somebody coming to fuck down. That you can have a voice without. Yeah. Don't do
Okay.
It's fairly big. Basically, anyone who's an activist and black, they're inside Black Lives Matter.
Commanders, if they want all these people coming in instead of sitting on G-band or what?
No.
Okay, if you can find out, let me know. That'd be good. Thanks.
Oh, where you going? You going down to North Beach?
No.
I'm going home. Oh, you going home? Okay, cool. Horseman. Woo! Come on, JJ Dillon. Limousine ride. Woo!
No, it does not.
Woo! Hey, Billy Black. Baby down. This motherfucker.
Sorry, sir, repeat that.
This is another one. You see the
The protest is over. We're just going home now. They're going to be organizing another meeting to see if they're going to take down the Mayor Frank Rizzo statue down in Center City. I think some of us are about to go back and see if we can actually take it down, if the police are still there. But if not, we're going to come back and organize to see if we can take down the statue when the police aren't there.
Listen, when I came down here this morning to see it, well, Ace told me he has a barricade. He's like, no, I think he got a barricade. He's like, see when you go down there.
I was doing an interview with Six. I was like, yo, fuck all the yin yang shit. We want the statue to fuck down. We'll take it down. Let's stop.
Yeah, it's going to be more senior managers if they want all the personnel that are coming into Center City to operate on the end.
We're not going to talk about no policy shit. The meeting is about what we can do to
strategy to
take the motherfucking statue.
That's it.
And anybody who's on any other shit, we ask them to leave.
Right, that's all about to say. You got to get the fuck out.
That's what the meeting is. If you're not going to talk about taking the shit down, then please, you're at the wrong meeting. Yeah. What are we going to do? When can we do it?
Yeah. This is historical right here.
That's the agenda.
Thank you.
It's got to be like when them vans pull up and kidnap somebody. Just pull up, take it the fuck down.
It's about the meeting.
Right?
I will make the announcement. This meeting is about doing some illegal shit. So if you're not with it, please leave now.
Right, exactly. Don't even show up.
Yeah, well, taking it down technically is illegal. Right. So I'm going to make the announcement so nobody can
they definitely going to try to,
this is a meeting about some
make an example out of it.
When and where?
What's the problem? I'm sorry. Oh, bitch, please, you're fine. Yeah, what? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Just keep walking.
Reporting to the MSC building, all units are operating on the van. That's all Rock South personnel reporting to the MSC building are operating and until further notice. 11:46 p.m.
They're angry right now. I don't know why they're being so rude. No, but it's that lady, she just overreacted. All he did was touch her by the skin, and she's like, "Oh my God!" Yo, Lacey, shut up.
Y'all rolling out? We're gonna roll this way in our car. Alright? Where's Winston? Hit me up on my Facebook. Ace is coming. Oh, you want Facebook? What's your name? Pat. Joy Lane. I didn't want to do on Facebook. Joy Lane. Joy Lane. J-O-Y.
Make sure y'all follow Justice for DJ page. Friends who like Justice for DJ and all that.
You guys are wonderful. I just want to tell y'all congratulations. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. And that's what I'm talking about. Give you guys a round of applause. You deserve it. You guys look wonderful, man. Hey, listen, and I thank y'all for everything.
That made me put the
and listen.
Justice for David Jones. Wait a minute. Black Lives Matter.
Yo, as young people, I want y'all to know, y'all doing a wonderful job. Keep it up, and guess what? We behind y'all 100%. And guess what? I love y'all, man. That's real, right?
We love you too, brother.
Could you bring whatever equipment you have?
That's what I'm talking about. Now listen, do me a favor, guys. Listen. I know y'all on y'all struggle, and we're going to try to get it done. But if y'all can, any little change, you might get spared. I'm on the ass because, you know what? If I can, thank you, my brother. Thank you, man.
I already knew it was coming. I already knew that was coming. I already knew that was coming.
Sincere. No, I am sincere.
No, like he's definitely sincere.
But you know what?
No, he's definitely sincere.
I'm sincere, man. But hey, guess what? I love you guys, man.
We see, man.
Hey, for real. Hey, yo, I'm behind y'all 100%.
Hey, when they say love don't cost some things in life.
He said, can you spare some change?
Yo. How you earned it? You can't fall off. You gotta get fall off. I had to give you something. 13th, wherever that job was at. Wherever that. Oh, that's crazy, right?
I don't know, but you know, it's not about.
Yeah, so take the street. Once you say take the street, you know, I'm all with it. That's my shit.
Wow. Studio Center City is CI1 on the air. Yes, yes, sir. You cannot use a cell phone. Okay.
When and where is the next meeting? When and where is the next meeting?
We're going to keep you informed. You flood your email.
Okay.
Flood.
It just pulled up.
Send your email.
What's your email, kid?
NAJ.
What is that? Type it in. My bike. Oh, you down Spring Garden? Yeah, I parked it by the church. So we got there. Y'all gotta walk that way anyway. What you say? We all gotta walk a bike. Yeah, we all walking that way.
Oh crap, they're right there. They're right there. SWAT's here. SWAT's right next to him.
That wasn't the same.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
she was like this. She put her hands up and shit. Bitch, you alright?
It's on like
75, 2040, 78, and 59. All right, my location in front of RA 112. Roger.
Thank you.
Right here, no shirt, black shorts.
Hey, from Glenn? What's the status of that 20,000?
Pinnacle 1 Mary is out with your RP trying to locate vehicle. El Segundo is still code 5 at the RO address in El Segundo. Test there, but there's like the wife is leaving in an SUV, possibly to go contact.
We are. I think the statue is on the opposite side of this building, of City Hall building.
We got it. It's 9th and Manhouse.
I don't got work tomorrow.
Oh, my God, I'm playing victim.
It'll be 9th and Manhouse.
What's today?
Wednesday.
I'm off Friday.
20s, wearing a white tank top and jeans. Number 2, black male in 20s, jeans carrying a white clipboard. Your last seen eastbound from the complex.
I'm gonna hook you up to the meeting. Give you information when I'm looking at the news so bit. Are you a phone? Are you still recording?
I gave that guy my email.
What is the email?
NAJ.Wilkerson14.
31 just 927C to the north.
No. NAJ. This is easy. Text it on my inbox. It's asakhalifa@gmail.com.
Asa Khalifa?
asakhalifa@gmail.com.
How you spell that?
ASAKHALIF.
10-4, code of
Okay.
Or inbox at Facebook, and then I.
Paul, 1 Adam David,
Okay.
2 Adam, 20 George Lincoln, 80945. Minor damage, you can tell it's going to clear. They don't have to sit on the house.
10-4.
One time, 8 Sam 2, clear for 21.
Police must have found my Twitter now.
What they say, the following?
No, it's just a whole bunch of people joining at the last moment.
29 Paul 0, 582 31st Street.
Returning my screen. We're going to be 10-8.
Show me response to that family disturbance.
Respond to assist. It's going to be at 154-21 Atkinson. It's our repo.
See, I knew it was going to get crazy.
Status changed?
Yeah, he's taken down by the wires, the ring wires. We have our Ted David here. His element is talking with him.
Is NZ New Zealand? Yes, you're right. There's no alt left.
48 available if you want to switch out.
What's up?
Yeah, looking for me, go ahead.
7 Sam Frank George 350 AM.
This guy, they're trying to talk to him every time they approach you. It's real erratic. We'll start swinging around. He's covered in grease. On the verge of falling every time he moves. Wait, trying to pick up track 1100 block without a beach boulevard with
Copy and route from Rutherford.
L20 to airshift. Roger, can we get the frequency that Metro's on?
They're on a certain frequency. You're going to have a liaison there for that.
Stand by. All communications are going to come through CP, through the airship, and David 10.
Oh, we gotta go down. They got the bike cops over there. They all over there. They ain't never moved. They scared to death. They're like, man, these motherfuckers. They got so much.
Yeah, go ahead.
The male that was recalling you stated the female came back to
Sure, looks like your lights just went code 6 with the 2 vehicles adjacent to me.
We're losing signal a little bit. Could we, yeah.
Seated position.
Say again?
So like you ordered, they're code 6, adjacent to the vehicles by the vessel. Roger, direct him to the CP, please, and have him stand by.
Yeah. We're into Wilson.
Roger, might take a minute.
Yeah, right in front of us, right? Yeah, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. This is, see, it sucks at night, it gets dark. That's you can kind of see him in the center, maybe a little better.
Fort Mary South Bay, is there any information on the prior call? It's workable.
Yeah, see, look, if I go tighter, it gets darker, so, yeah.
870, left of Carter.
Copy, foul left of Carter, stand by for 1.
Lincoln 19, clear, see booking.
Santiago, stand by.
19, 10 play. 18 and 19 is Lincoln 11, clear as well.
19, that's firm.
10 4, thank you.
Chrysler 4-door. Shows expired as of August 14th, 17 to Shantae or Marvin Richards out of Lawndale. 16 Edward 13.
Have we heard the police saying anything about, I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me this guy's on drugs. Have we heard them saying anything?
Copy.
Yeah, in every sense of the word. I mean, it's got to be PCP, but until we had some kind of confirmation, or if they were at least chatting about it, we could go with it.
I'm losing him again.
Okay, is that on? One second. Yes, hello, booth.
531.
One more time, booth, please.
Pardon, 31. Meet the woman at Market and Ivy.
I think we're
Market.
zoomed out enough to where we're not going to royal any feathers with the FCC.
In the area, and she tracked her vehicle to this location. The vehicle she's in, she owned personal vehicle to this location. She hasn't reported this stolen.
Yes, I got you. Go ahead.
It's in the area of Market and Ivy for the make and model of her vehicle.
Okay, copy that. I'll cue the video of when he was G-rated, and then cue the long video of the chase.
Should be good. Yeah, watch that. Ted David, SWAT Commander, has released us. We're going to try to work with the news media to give us some more room to try to calm this guys down. We're going to be clearing out and head north back to the station. We're landing in about 10, 15 minutes. Any concerns or question, you give us a call to your support. We're Air 3. Very much for all your...
Okay, copy. A still frame of him naked with officers trying to engage.
Copy that. Hey, great job, sir. All the crews there, great job.
Yeah. Okay, you got it. Okay. Lena and Jeff.
Per Carfax on the VIN, it's a Chrysler 200. Edward 13, 10-4 Nikki.
Jeff and Lena, here we are in the Porch of San Pedro. This is Crane 85, and we still have this suspect, and we're showing you the wide shot because he is completely naked, as he has been now for, I believe, 2 hours. We do have a still shot, though, to show you earlier when the SWAT team was trying to engage him, so they're on this crane trying to talk to him, but I can tell you as soon as they tried to engage him, he got really erratic, and he was actually hanging from a wire, dangling as though he was about to fall, so they kind of disengaged. But they are still up there. You see there's also the Coast Guard and the Port Police, and then you also see a bunch of black and whites down here. This is Long Beach PD, still kind of trying to figure out how they're going to engage this suspect. Now, we also want to show you what all led up to this. It was a really wild pursuit that started in Carson with Carson sheriffs. It went through Carson and Torrance, the cities of Long Beach, San Pedro, and then doubled back over here towards the ports. And this was originally a stolen vehicle out of a dealership in San Bernardino, a stolen Subaru Forester that led to police on this wild pursuit. So this is now basically a standoff situation after that crazy pursuit's been going on for more than an hour. They almost had an opportunity to nab him before he ran up the crane, but this is where he's been now for several hours. As I said, they've really been having a tough time trying to engage this guy. So it does continue, and I know, Jeff, you were saying earlier, like, what are they going to do because he's in such a dangerous place? It's just a very tenuous situation. It's going to be very difficult to get this guy down without the SWAT team jeopardizing their own lives. Live at Sky 9, I'm Desmond Shaw, Jeff and Lena, back to you.
Go ahead, sir. When you're clear, can you 911 the north? Oh, affirmative, en route.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
GPM Motor 20.
We've only got about 20 minutes left on station.
Good. Roger, I have CNM with the lights here. Do you want me to direct them somewhere or have them stand by? Just have them stand by. We're taking all orders from the commander from Metro.
Yeah, it'll be hard to for it to be any less than that. Well, I mean, it took them so long just to get to this point, and now, well, let's see if they're going to do anything in the next couple of minutes, because, you know, right when they tried to engage him, he seemed to get really agitated, and that's what we saw him, like, dangling on that wire, so it's hard to say, but they're moving again, so they may be trying to engage him from another angle. Let's see what happens here. I can't see him, no, but...
Mary, please, negative 29, current 2016 BMW out of Marina Del Rey.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I know some of the competition is left, and we actually heard them earlier. They were asking us to at least go up so that we would make less noise, kind of echoing what you were saying. They didn't ask us specifically to leave yet, but they just asked us to gain altitude. But yeah, you're right. Where actually is he? Yeah. Starting to lose him again. Where did the SWAT? Okay, they're right here again. Oh, I see him. I see him. Yeah, he's right behind that pole. It's hard to see. Yeah, you could probably move up a little while. They just turn the lights off. I can see like his foot barely.
The lights on crane 84 are going to be turned off momentarily.
Yeah, a little bit more. I don't think we're going to be able to really see him anyway. Okay, that's good.
Okay, yeah, they're just now launching.
Ailing and Nightmare.
911C in the lobby.
Yes, sir.
Mother who would like you to speak to her teenage, I'm not sure if it's a son or daughter, regarding plenary action.
Ailing and Nightmare, copy and route.
There's nothing really unusual happening, right? No, it's, I think everyone is really perplexed by this. Yeah, they moved up a little bit, but now they're just kind of sitting. And I don't know if they're trying to talk on a bullhorn or what. So, yeah, hard to say. I mean, we've only got about 15 minutes left, so I guess we should just go and duck in as quick as we
supposed to be on 90, and where we're calling for you.
Okay. Copy. Be right back.
733. Stand by.
Copy that. Knock it down. See you soon.
8 Lincoln, Adam Union, 8 negative 29. Expired. Correction. Current.
With the bunker barge alongside, because we have to come seaside. So if it looks like your bunker barge will not be away at 2300, maybe a little later, please let me know, okay? For sailing. Now, you need a tugboat. Is your have you contacted your agent, or did you want me to do that? We'll confirm that. Thank you.
James Gabriel Lamas.
Manhattan 2 Lincoln 3 Mary. Drop the 911C on your box. He's going to be at 637th Street. Not Laurel.
3 Mary, copy, thanks.
LAPD Centurion to Unified Command.
CP, go ahead.
Roger, this is the LAPD Centurion. Just wanted to notify you that we do have 4 divers on standby. We have the LAPD Centurion, and we also have the Simmons if needed.
CP copies.
Roger, we're just docked at the Catalina Express.
CP copy.
Well,
36 airports.
610
Is he upside down? He's upside down. Holy smokes, he's upside
True.
down.
Locals, we should have a Manhattan address in the village.
He's hanging again.
Yo, Scundo, yo, that's the ex-wife's house.
You can see that movement under the beam. It looks like he was hanging down with his head down first.
Came in court, something like that, in the village.
One minute, got it.
South of Manhattan, Unit 276, holding a 459 audible, 557 Street, covers the front door.
Alright, can all advise?
Mary, copy, I'll show you now. Mary 72, copy, clear with the report.
Another TC.
Negative.
Therefore, be around to door 9. Otherwise, now. Clear C 20,002.
10-4.
Negative, I got it. We have a named suspect. Just gotta take a report. Civil.
If you want me to do it, just please holler, okay?
Don't worry. Thanks.
Mary 10-4.
Well, 31.
Go ahead.
And we see one black and white. We
4131, are you at Market and Ivy or a specific address?
we have 319 Market. 319 North Market.
Your response, resident advised false alarm.
98.
Restaurant covers zone 3, kitchen motion.
Got it.
thanks.
See if we can look beyond those beams.
One more copy.
They have video of the suspect stealing alcohol.
Long Beach Pilot Channel 12. It sounds like your barge will be away from your ship approximately 2330. The barge away 2330. So we'll be looking at 2330 or when your barge leaves, okay?
No, they should be close. I just heard her on FM2.
Frank 2018340.
Give you the plate. Marina 1 man, I'm just down the street. You need me to stop by there?
Yeah, I'm 97, just checking.
4 man, I'll be around till he's close.
One more copy. And units deployed on the Tesla 7 X-ray, Frank Sam 140.
7-5, I copy that, and I'm clear assisted.
10-4.
Zone came in.
30-30.
Any word from them on the O2?
913.
3 George 7.
They should be here by now.
03 Edward 72 Sam 593010.
I might have missed the letter. Can I confirm it with you? 3 John 7 David Adam 0 3 Edward 7 2 Sam 5 93016.
The first two are 3 George.
Yeah, from White.
Copy, George.
I don't know.
Returns negative
Let's
29X,
start back to the right.
fired on an O2 Pontiac out of Sierra Madre with...
I need to confirm, is your bow thruster operational? We'll see you shortly before midnight, seaside. Pilot ladder on the port side.
Okay, sure thing. We'll look around. Definitely have members up on the rig itself. You can see them right up in here, right in that area. here.
All right.
4-2 and 6, 417, 159 Vermont, 159 10 Vermont. Go, some male that brandished a gun at the RP. Heard on the west side of Vermont, the 15900 block. The male is
land onto the back fantail. Need an RA unit up here.
Motor 20, I copy. I'm coordinating now. Motor 20, rescue is in motion. Units prepare for RA.
Hey, Marine 22, the guys on the ship, hey, can I get someone up there to escort the fire in?
Shoot.
That's being handled. 5-8 up there.
He fell.
L20 control, he's still breathing at this time. We need that LAFD unit up here.
Hey, Joe, did you copy that? Did you copy that?
L40, roger.
That's the gangway now.
Right when I was searching.
Clear for fire, gentlemen. Clear for fire. Motor 22 off hand, confirming he landed on the ship. Affirmative, sir.
Yep.
I do say our contact team has odds on him. Copy. Can I get one of the contact team on the second ladder down to show where to go from there?
I already have someone stationed at the top of the gangplank. He'll guide you in.
20, that's who you have up at top of the gangplank. He's asking that you have someone flag your position on board the ship. And can you also confirm how far away you are from this individual?
We're actually right next to him right now. We're trying to render first aid.
Copy that. CP, did you copy? CP, copy.
Okay, I gotta find him. They're trying to render first aid on him. They got units on scene. I don't know if it's this one or the other one.
5-8-L20, be advised there is a SWAT medic en route to your location now. Fire's still loading up.
There it is. Here's the shot.
Marine 22 2L30. Hey, confirming that you're down the cargo hold.
First aid on him. He fell right onto the back side of the boat, on the stern side of the
L20
boat.
to Marine 30. Negative. We're on the rear deck of the fantail on the very back of the ship.
Roger. L20, the medic's in your area. Can you flag him down, please?
Roger. He's coming down to me right now. I have a medic code 6 from the rear fantail of the ship.
Roger, FD's on their way right now. They just boarded the ship.
Here comes the paramedics. We're hearing the paramedics are being escorted onto the boat. You can see one medic there coming on. Okay, Jamie, understood. LA City firefighters are being escorted onto the boat. This guy fell onto the stern of the ship. LAPD officers down there rendering first aid.
L20 to command post.
Here come the medics. Right there, LA City firefighters coming on.
Be advised that Tins is on scene. Code 6 on the fantail.
CP copy.
advise, no heartbeat.
Copy that.
CP copy.
Well, we're hearing now unfortunate news that the medics on scene are saying there's no heartbeat on the individual. He had made that fall about 180, 200 feet down onto the stern of the boat below, and now LA City Fire on scene saying that there is no pulse.
L20 to command post, can you please contact corner and have them en route to our location?
CP copy.
Two Adam 59 OPG around 15 to 20.
Copy that, Jamie. There's the name of the boat for you.
5820.
NOC from KMBC 2 Chopper, we're all done and heading for fuel. We're going to drop signal. Thanks for your help.